President Ryder Sager,
Present.
Dana Schnepp, absent. Kent Connell, present. Greg Eckley, present. Kristen Root, absent. City Attorney Renee Caber.
Here.
Would everyone please stand and grab this celebration, please, from that.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And
to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You can be great. Okay. Minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Need a motion.
I'll second that.
It was second for further discussion. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those the same, motion carries. Names, Tom?
Claims, let's go straight down to the bottom of the first page here, K and K automatic doors. That's Parkland's pavilion. Door repair, $4,312.05. We have a lightning strike. That I'll explain a little more later. Page 2. Middle of the page, Smith Contracting, $8,759.50. This is our HVAC for the train depot. Go down a few lines of Sen Energy. It's fuel, $8,464.02. Tree Pros, 3 trees cut down at the Parklands, $5,000. And then Windy Hill Rocker Shop, furniture in the middle, $4,650.
Thank you, Tom.
Make a motion to approve the claims.
We have a motion.
I'll second that.
Move the second. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Thank you. Photo openings, for the Hobby Center West parking.
Okay, this was a advertised project. Notice the bidders was in the paper on August 23rd and August 30th. We did have 3 plan holders. It looks like we've received 1 bid. That bid is from Kenese Construction. The Form 96, bid bond, legal employment declaration, anti-nepotism affidavit, and non-responsibility affidavit are all included. The bid amount is $134,338.00. 134,338.00. Tom, I guess you'd like to go ahead and accept the low bid.
Yeah, if everything looks good on your end, we'd like to.
We can accept it pending review. You could make sure.
What did we have budget, or what do we have to pay?
It's 150 is what we had in our budget to pay for.
So 150, and can you give us a time frame project if you would, please?
The intent was to get this under contract, hopefully get it started this winter and early spring completion.
So did we put that in the specs, or did we not have it in the specs?
We just put a contract time in the spec, we didn't put an actual date. So, we anticipated because of the late date here, we may not be able to get it finished up before paving season closed.
I'll think we let.
Exactly what he says. It's in the 496 on the post schedule. It was late winter, early spring start, to finish it. In 90 days, I think was the completion. Substantial. He was 90 days and 90.
105, I think.
Yep.
So what is it, 150 in the budget for it, it's 134, 338. So we would need a motion to accept.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion.
I'll second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? What will this do to disruption of, while we're talking in this, of the presence?
Because it is, a leg off of the existing drive and then down off to the side, it shouldn't have any bearing on that, other than rubbernecking to see what's going on.
The only impact could potentially be right adjacent to the existing driveway over time,
Entering in.
yeah.
So all the maintenance will come down the Kaiser Lane or whatever you call that.
We're at 13 street there, right?
Yeah.
I'll come in that way.
Parking lot itself is like in that flatter area at the base of the hill, west of the patio, I guess you call it.
And the entrance will be down below that.
Correct. We have an elevator, so that's all handicap accessible.
And there will be there's a ramp associated with that.
Lighting, no lighting.
No lighting at this time.
Should have any need for that down there.
Okay. Nope, if not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carries. Much needed.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Thanks for your work, sir.
Still don't want to see them, so.
Bring that up after this. Then talk about suitable soils.
One more item, just to get on the record, there was an addendum with the insurance requirements. They did acknowledge that, so.
Good. No, do a good job. Always appreciate what you guys do. Great thing.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Older American Center, Carrie.
We can't beat getting a new parking lot. So we were on record to actually have our best month, our best August to date. And then the lightning struck. It's like a 1 in 15,000 chance, but it took out our fire panel and all of that. So we had to close Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of that week. And then we were able to get the fire panel back up and allow the regular activities to resume on Monday. But then we still didn't have phones for like 9 days. Something like
I'd
that.
like to acknowledge Astro.
Astro crushed it.
They worked very hard to get a new smoke detector panel with smoke detectors in so that we could open.
Yeah, because I had 2 rentals that weekend as well. So getting it back up by Friday was huge for us. Plus not having all the people in there so that they could work made a huge plus in that, getting it done quicker as well. But yeah, so other than,
We were not the only ones that got hit, so
No.
they were working everywhere.
yeah, it was between us and the tennis facility and I think Health Point all got smoked. So yeah, they were great. But other than that, we would have been on track for the best August yet. But like I said, once we were able to open back up on Monday, exercise classes resumed. And those things that you don't have to call in advance for. So we were good. We did have a great trip to Ellis Park. The weather was amazing. I think it was like mid-70s. So they really enjoyed that. I head to the Derby dinner this Thursday for a show Come From Away. It's about the 9/11 plane diversions that happened back on September 11th, and we're going on September 11th. So that should be a pretty cool show to go see. And other than that, I had 106 at the catered meal last month. I think I'm right on track for about 90, 95 right now. So other than that, that's all I've got.
Very good point. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Carrie. Dana.
All right, well, last month was Strassen Fest, so we had some good attendance.
at each of our facilities. From the barn and the schoolhouse, every train ride that day, all 6 of them were completely sold out. So that led to some really great numbers, 797 total that day on the train. And the mill even had 589 people that just came through the mill and got to see the grist mill in action, so that's neat. Then later, the Tuesday after, we hosted the Foffenweiler residents at the Parklands, as well as those 4 facilities, and got to take 28 of them through each of those areas. We had the schoolhouse open during farmers markets again, and we've had some steady visitation through the schoolhouse during those times. And same thing for the mill. The mill visitation has been anywhere between like 263 to 369 people each weekend. So that's been really good to have that attendance as well. And then as far as our train rides go, our pizza and beer ride for the month sold out with 86 tickets. And then we had a chocolate wine and dine where we had 63 people on board. So for the end of the month, we rounded out with 3,552 people for the month of August, compared to 2,539, so just over 1,000 more than we saw last year. And the year to date is just about the same, 12,364 versus 11,790 year to date right now. And so in September, this month, we're gonna see 2 groups to our on-site locations, and we'll have 4 set for October. Then we had a ride and dine last weekend. We had 84 people on that. And then we also had a private charter. A family rented out the train for kind of like a family reunion / birthday gathering. And so we had 45 people on the train for that. This Saturday, we have a chocolate wine and dine. Next Saturday, we have a pizza and beer ride. And then we have one more ride and dine to close out the month on the 27th. And then tomorrow is our Parklands controlled burn. And so we will close the Parklands around 1:30. And that will begin, we'll begin our meeting around 2:30 to get everything prepped and ready and get started as soon as we can. So we've set out some media releases and posted it to Facebook and everything, trying to get the word out so everybody knows what's going on. We call it our neighboring properties and everybody's ready to go. So,
They didn't do a very good job of that thing on some radio that it was today.
today.
Yeah,
That's not good.
so somebody must have said today, so
Yeah,
at
we
4
had a-
o'clock they announced
We
today.
had
They're
a public works meeting this morning where we announced it's gonna be tomorrow. And Chief Kenny looks like he's gonna be there tomorrow. He's gonna bring some fire trucks and have them out present by the entrances, so people, if they see the smoke and things, they'll see the fire trucks and know that they're already there. So we try to hit everything we can to make people aware. So. And that thing worked great last year, and let's hope that we have a repeat this year. That was a good experience.
awesome.
And Dana, I will say too, that Mayor and I were talking about the Foffenweiler group, he was on that too as well, and so a great job he did with that, and they really enjoyed that. Their tour that they did, so.
Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Kurt, no.
Okay, the month of August for Buffalo Trace, we had a very good month up there. We brought in 141,561,000. That was up $9,526 from last year. As you can see, that was the best month we had. The range brought in $13,424 for a grand total for 2025. It was $154,985. Small buckets, we brought in 761 buckets. Large buckets was just over 1,000 buckets for the year. Right now, we're at 3,589 buckets. large buckets was 5,135. Just a few updates for the board, what we're gonna be doing at Buffalo Trace. At the end of this month, we're gonna start aerating our greens up there on September the 29th. And that's gonna be a 4 or 5 ordeal up there in case, of course of the weather. Also on the range, probably by the end of the month, we're gonna start aerating the bluegrass on the range. And we're gonna probably put them on the mats, just so they have a chance to, just wanna let the public know that also. So just wanna be updating the public on that also. And that's basically all I have.
Real good numbers, yes. Matter of fact, that's a record of all records. Per month. How's the green in the back?
14, I just went back there today, it looked really, really good, they're gonna overdress the greens too. I just talked to Eric and he was really pleased with it, especially how hot it got in the month of August. He was really pleased with all of them. Some courses didn't do very well with some of the greens, but he was really pleased with that. So I was really happy with it, and he was also happy with it. So with the top dressing that they're gonna do this year too, so it should come out really well next year, what he told me.
We have a plan in place for sod again next year.
Correct. Yes, what would that plan be? What you had, pardon me?
What would that plan be?
Oh, okay, I thought you said, yeah.
Yeah.
So our idea is to come forward early next year in January and seek permission. We have $25,000 in budget for next year to do sod again, like we did this year. But we're gonna come in January, seek permission to get the pricing in. That way we're not chasing along with everybody else when it comes time to be put that down. So get on the list early.
What will that do? I mean, will that get us 50% of what we need to be?
It might get us a little over a fairway.
Yeah, fairway is what we're doing. Depends on. It's what we do. This is better. It just. It's funny how it reacts to different freezing and all cycles, so. But we're doing well with what we've done, so it's perfect, the storage really is a big, golfers and noticing it, the life is very nice, so it's working well.
And those guys, I, again, can't say enough about, the good job that everybody does up there, pro shop, the maintenance team, everybody. Obviously we have a pool going on this year, and we have a lot on our plates to deal with. Never have to worry about the golf course at all, because those guys, they know what to do, and they just, make it happen up there, so.
And if I made the sod that they laid this year on the back nine, it's really coming out really, really well. It looks good.
Good.
So it looks really good.
Oh, great report, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, sir.
Keep up the good work. There are a lot of good things on the range too, Kurt. Thursday night bowling started, and everybody told me how nice it was, so keep up the good work there. You can see those numbers back. Yes, but yeah, it's probably it's huge.
And as hot as it's been too, my gosh. Refurbs.
Rob? I think that's it for me. Good.
Okay. So we have a parks update, team
Minute here, I don't know what that is.
Get this some back.
back Pete Summer. Is that the one?
Sure,
Sure, Chad.
Can't ruin Christmas again.
So, our team's been, pretty busy, doing a lot of painting, some buildings and, JFL building, gazebo, down at Dave Beeler Plaza, clean up mode after summer. Sandball golf court at Beeler Park is complete. The water department will work on digging up the water for the foot loss station. This week, Mayor's Youth Leadership Council, that's what we did that project with. There's there it is with the borders in place and the net up and everything. That was a good project, another good project with Mayor's Youth Leadership Council, so. Less than that. Yeah, a little less than that. Proud of our team though, for helping out with that the way they always do and always finding a way to get stuff done, so. And then, Parker Park, has been patched up. You would probably have that on the list to replace the equipment this year. But we put everything on pause, so our team went to work to try and put, as many patches on that equipment as possible, see if we can get 3 or 4 more years out of it. Get us through, until we desperately need to replace it, so, good job to get to that. With Beaver Lake, we have a lot, 47C, that has gone to Logan Butler, so we're seeking permission for Logan Butler to be the new holder for lot 47C.
We'll need a motion.
I'll make that motion to allow.
We have a motion.
I'll second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carries.
And last thing on my list, we have to cover this during the things, even though Renee and I talked about it, I said I was going to. We have a contract with Otis Elevator that we've had with Otis since we've had the building at the Hobby Center. And it's a maintenance contract with them. And there's a claim in there for $4,003.08. So if we could please get permission to extend the contract with Otis Elevator.
Need a motion for the Otis Elevator contract extension.
I'll make that motion.
Need a motion.
I'll second.
We have a second. Discussion. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carries.
That's it for me, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Tom. Janessa.
Okay, I don't have a whole lot. I've got my normal rentable facilities reports, yeah, the dog park report. You can look them over, the rental facilities. You see that the Hobby Center had a fantastic month. Carrie had several 2-dayers, so it really boosted and they all went really well. And then the dog park, we didn't have any for this month. I don't think we're done. I'm sure we'll get more as the fall approaches, but you can see we had a 0 the year before too for a month. So everybody that goes still loves it. So it's a great asset to the department. Next on my list is the pool report. There's 2 in your packet. There's like an August to August comparison, because we did stay open a couple weeks longer this year than in the past. And you can look at that one. It's got quite a bit number difference from the years past that you can see, which is really if you really want to see a true indication, look at your second report, which is the 7-year comparison for the year. It just speaks volumes that it's something our community was in dire need for. Over 33,000 total swimmers and the month, $251,000. So, very pleased, with everything. And like we said, last meeting, definitely learned a lot. And, we'll see even more changes, and improvements in the following year, but this report alone should tell you that it was the right project for us and it was a need, and, very blessed and grateful to have it, so.
On the pool, does it show anywhere city versus out of the city? So we don't get that anywhere.
We, couple meetings back before the summer, we got approval if we are able to ever do lessons again, to remove the resident, non-resident fees.
That's the only thing we had it for, it wasn't
Yeah.
for general admissions.
No. Just word of mouth, what people tell us.
We've done really well with when we faced capacity issues, that was on twilight swims and really only on the last twilight swim. But the twilight swims are the ones that we were pushing our capacity of the pool. During the regular swim day, through the week or on the weekends, we did not have an issue with capacity. So we were very busy, but we didn't ever reach those capacity issues, only on the twilight swims.
What would be the number one opportunity that people said, God, I wish this?
If we could have as many lifeguards as we could.
I didn't say management.
I know. That's just where my mind goes.
Yeah, so facility wise, there was nothing that stood out to you.
I think that you still have that group that would like to see the 50-meter pool, but
They don't talk about it.
that's not gonna happen. So, no,
I,
everybody really pleased.
I think it was, to answer that, I would probably say our hours. Open longer,
Very fair.
Yeah. You know, during the day and different things, more twilights, so definitely our hours, but that's a staffing thing, so. You know, we do with what we got, but I mean, having
Let's
this.
say their second hours in twilight.
Yeah.
So how do we address that?
It comes back to lifeguards. It all comes back to lifeguards.
So we used to have twilights years ago, every Wednesday. Now we're every other Wednesday because of hours, because of labor laws, staffing. So that's the biggest thing. If we can get more bodies, then we can go back to every Wednesday.
And we're trying to address some things. You'll have another employee here, that we're gonna try to add as a permanent part-time employee. We're gonna try to address those things where if we have the ability to train, to certify lifeguards, what does that do for us? Does that give us more opportunity to get more lifeguards? We're,
Instead of sending them to Evansville and Washington.
yeah, we're doing everything we can to try to grow that number. I think we will need to grow that number. We struggle at the end of the year, just because our kids go back to school. But what do you do for seniors who are, you know, older, lifeguards versus kids? We're available for any of them, but we just don't get those applications. So lifeguards, it all comes back to that. You can extend your hours, you can spend more twilight swims, and more opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we had to close early a couple of days because we didn't have staffing.
And these staffing agencies that run these programs, they don't.
Not for lifeguards,
No, for lifeguards.
and it all comes down to getting certified, and, you know, you have a lot of concession stand workers that did a great job this year as well. But they're concession stand workers because they didn't want to get or couldn't get certified to be lifeguards. They want the experience working in the pool, but they're not gonna get certified. So it's a unique group, and we have to look at those challenges every year. If you're asking people to save lives, they have to be able to go down 12 feet of water, pull somebody off the bottom of the pool and bring them back up. You know, that's a skill set that not everybody has. So it's very unique.
Yeah, I would just be willing to bet that a lot of our kids go over to Holiday World. And it seems like if we could keep them here.
We're trying to compete with some possibility of wage increases.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah,
Just entice them.
because wage increases would be minor compared to what
Absolutely, I agree.
you can do.
And you get it, like Janice was saying, you get those 15-year-olds. It's great, you have a 15-year-old that wants to come and participate, be a lifeguard. We had some excellent ones.
Yeah.
But they can only work 8 hours a day. And so you got to cut them off at some point in time. They can only work 40 hours a week. We try to cut them off. At a certain time, you know, you can't work anymore.
And they're the ones that wanna pick up shifts and cover shifts, and we have to tell them they can't.
And that's great. Very proud of them for wanting that.
Yeah.
Right. But you can't. So.
Renee won't let us.
Absolutely, and then there's 16-year-olds, then you could deal with 48 hours instead of 40. But,
Right.
you know, but those are all things that are helpful. Amenity wise, though, we've been very pleased with the way everything was. We had a wide variety, young to older. Every portion of the pool was utilized.
Yep.
Spectacular.
Yep.
But just the, people were average in the pool, which means more lifeguards.
Yeah, I definitely, Twilight's definitely the big one. Is to go back to every week, and we wanna do that. You know, it's not, and it's not a choice, so we're every other Wednesday, it's just, it's all we can do.
We're, we
At
had,
what point in time do you go out and you'll seek lifeguards?
I do,
At what point in time do you go out and seek lifeguards?
so first off, I start off by messaging all my previous guards, always. I do Facebook, I go to the high school, and I sit during lunch, Kayla and I do, and I seek them out, I grab the old ones, I send the information, I send it to Du Bois, to their swim coach. I've put it out there.
she'll be doing that in December. She'll start,
Yeah, with the applications, are made available in December to catch the college kids that are home for Christmas break. So we always start that early, so that's when I start my messaging. Kayla and I usually go to the high school in January or so. And I try to make them say no to my face.
well,
Great job.
we've done a bit of a first session of the pool debrief. It's gonna take a few more than just one. But,
Yeah.
Very beneficial. We learned a lot this year. It's, next year will be better. And a successful year for us, I think. Should go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very popular. A lot of people talk about not getting a holiday roll pass next year.
And again, if you think of our going back through annual reports, 1974 was 23,000 swimmers. It's the most swimmers that we've had that I can find going through annual reports. We had 33,000 this year. That's pretty good.
So you don't have any statistics that went back in the fifties?
No, sir. Sure no.
Don't know that I understand when it says. The individual sessions has 357 in 2023 and 2000.
Oh, it's a season.
Season passes.
Yeah, individual season pass. That's a typo, sorry.
Season.
Yeah, so on the
We
bu-
only sold 357 this year. Yeah, there was really 2,350 sold before.
Well, they were coupon.
Coupon, they were coupon books before. Now it's the ID passes.
So
It's really
now,
not a fair
now it's
comparison.
by a season pass.
It's not fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get in, you get in every time.
And 20 coupons for $50 in a book, the old facility. So yeah, that's not a fair comparison. We just swapped out. That said coupons and we changed it to individual season pass. So. Sorry,
What's the difference between individual season pass and season pass entry?
so that's how many were purchased on the season pass, and the entry is how many times it was used.
So it's like this, if you think about the golf course, you get membership to the golf course. There were 276 memberships purchased at the golf course. But how many times that membership was used?
So are you telling me there was 357 memberships purchased?
357 memberships.
If they only went in
Just
3 times a piece? I don't believe that.
On average,
Average.
on average.
That doesn't seem like they're right, but that's the case. I have a feeling that that's wrong.
I agree.
I'll look at it.
Something that I have.
I'll look at it.
Cause your bottom number, 33,000 was the total people that came in the door
Yeah,
for summer.
correct.
So it seems unlikely that of those 33,000 entries, only 1,045 goes with a season pass holder.
We get one chance to look at this and it's fresh in your mind now, so I suggest we figure it out. now.
I'll look at it.
You're gonna wanna come. But for the group, at some point in time, suggest keeping these rates the same or not.
Yeah.
And to do that, you ought to know what we did.
Yeah, that's no problem. I can
That
do that.
doesn't seem. That's the way you explain it.
Well, like, that number.
That's easy. I'll check that out tomorrow.
And her children have been divorced for you.
Mhm. Yep.
No question.
Okay, and the last thing I have, is Tom mentioned, seeking permission to hire a permanent part-time employee. Sierra King, our pool manager, like to keep her on. Keep her around if you can.
We can use Sierra, for the Swiss Army knife, we could use her up at the golf course. To use up there and at the hobby center, even after golf season's over, so. I can keep her involved.
I think we've heard enough, need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Motion,
I'll second that.
we have a second, any further discussion? Hope you're successful,
Thank you.
all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Same, motion carries.
Thanks, Jim.
Great report, it's great year, thanks for all the work, hard work you guys put into that. Super job. The other full fund, yeah, you
I guess I should let you know that we've closed on 2 of the 3 properties at Camp Farms. One to go, and that one's, is it scheduled? Not yet, not scheduled, not yet, but the title work is underway and shouldn't be too much longer.
great. Need a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Motion. I'll second. Please, second, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Same. Good, great meeting.